The Romans had many gods, and one of them was named Janus. And Janus was depicted as having two faces, one looking forward, and the other in the back, looking backwards. And it's that kind of face that you and I need to symbolically adopt as we begin the season of Advent. We need to look forward and backwards. The first thing that we experience in the scripture that we just heard has nothing at all to do with looking backwards to the birth of Christ over 2,000 years ago. Instead, we look forward to the time when Christ will come again. For example, Luke's gospel today speaks of the need to be vigilant at all times and pray that you have the strength to escape the tribulations that are imminent. At the end of time, we're urged to, quote, stand erect and raise your heads because your redemption is at hand. Those are not words associated with Santa or elves or even the scene at the manger. They comprise more of a warning about the end of time and the fact that we all know that the end will come and all of us will be judged. I don't know about you, but I don't often think about the end of times and the judgment that awaits me. But Advent tends to try to quicken within us the knowledge that our horizon needs to be expanded so we don't get trapped into thinking that all that is important is the here and now. Among other things, it should encourage us to keep things in perspective. Whoever we are and whatever we do will all pass away. We need to live with one eye on the hereafter and live in a way that reflects the call that we all have from the Lord. But like Janus, during Advent in a couple of weeks, we'll not only look forward to the end of time, but what happened in time with the birth of Christ. Janus only had two faces, but Advent really invites us to adopt a third, not only looking to the future and the past, but to the now. And perhaps we could make use of the commercialization of Advent to remind us what ought to be taking place spiritually. There's so much emphasis on buying and giving gifts. And Advent really can be part of that, not in the material sense, but Advent encourages us to give of ourselves to another, to get rid of that selfishness that can exist in us and really suffocate the Christianity in us. What Advent emphasizes is that we need to get out of ourselves and to give of ourselves to the other. But there is no Black Friday for Advent, no cheap prices to achieve the giving of self to the other. There is a cost to discipleship, someone wrote, and it costs a lot, but it's a price worth paying. So 3 time zones, past, present, and future. These are the 3 faces of Advent that we begin today as we begin our journey once more to the birth of the Lord.